Let me just wipe that screen. Yeah, looks no better than it did before. And tonight, reviewing from Aldi, it's their Buckhorn Brewery, which is probably a fake brewery more than likely. Stateside IPA. I've not heard of Buckhorn Brewery, but just trying to move my thing there. Good evening. How are you? Right. Put my microphone somewhere. I don't know why I'm getting Chinese on my YouTube. Tastes like Shipyard. I actually had Shipyard last night when I went to the pub. Pretty decent as well on cask. It was the only thing on blooming cask. So crafted in small batches. Yeah, that's it. Using Cascade, Admiral, Summit, Citra, Nelson Savin, and Hellertau Blanc hops. So quite a few hops in this. Doesn't say who made it, but then that's usually the case with. And good evening to everyone else who commented while I was talking. No, did anybody comment? That's all right. Vimto, yes, Vimto's last on the agenda. Yeah, you know, all beers are good for a certain thing, aren't they? You know. Good evening, Thomas. How are you? Have you sorted that issue with your beers out? Nothing worse, especially on hot days like this, having no beers. Good evening, Treeball. I'm just trying to bring me. I haven't logged into this computer, so I must do that tomorrow night. I've been busy tonight, bottling up Vimto, and then setting another brew on the go. Nothing interesting there. Right, that's it. Here we go. So, I can't see it anyway. Sodding thing. So we'll pour this out and see how we go. Yeah, for some reason on YouTube, when you reply to people, it's classed as interaction if you put love. I always liked comments. Good evening, Nagan and Goathead. But you have to, good evening, how are you? But for some reason on YouTube, you have to love a comment rather than just like it. Your only secondary fermentation seems broken. Good on you. Off down the pub in 10 minutes. Fair play, mate. I mean, to be fair, the weather's cooled down in Nottingham now, and it's a bit more manageable. It was boiling earlier. Absolutely roasting. Lively little pour. Massive amounts of carbonation in there. Good evening, Greg. How are you? So it's cooling down now. It's just there's a bit of a cloud in the air, and oh dear. Yeah, crap pour as usual. Typical raggy pour. And let me just click on that, see if it actually brings up this latest one. Good evening, Craig. Yeah, my house is the same, but all the curtains are open upstairs. Now, I don't know if anybody's just seen, I've tagged on Facebook and I've shared it to the group, and I've also shared it to my page. Something came up about a 75% beer that's coming to the UK. If you click on my link, if you like and share their page, somebody can win 2 bottles. So I've done it. It's 40 quid and it's 75%. Brewmeister is 67.5%. It rained a bit early, did it? Fair play then. I think we'll get some. Hopefully not while I'm in the beer room. So I normally running out to get all the cushions in. I've got loads of cushions outside. Yeah, it'll be some strong stuff. Yeah. Good evening, Norman. How are you? Yeah, I was all right last night, to be fair. What I did get was an email of somebody who was concerned that he or she was being referred to as a troll. And that was the reason why I did the video, not because they're outside the room. Yeah, I've got the bubbling in the room. This mild is bubbling away again. I reckon it's bubbling that. I reckon it's fermenting that syrup now. I don't bloody want to. The syrup's supposed to be in for the flavour, not to be fermented now. It's like they're just outside the room. This has got a bit of well, I've just put something else on to brew, and then when that goes crazy, I'll probably have to go and do the reviews outside, because it's absolutely hot. It goes like a nutter. It's all I hear all day long, birds. Tweet, tweet, tweet. I swear there's about 4 different birds out there. Your mead. I've never done a mead before. That's quite interesting. No, I've not got a budget. No. Way up. Hello. Hello there. So on the hot tub room, there was a blackbird, little yellow beak. Yeah, yeah. And he was on the hot tub room looking down like that towards me. That was funny. That really was funny. that was funny. Oh dear, that makes you smile, doesn't it? That's why that can keeps falling over at the back. So yeah, I need to log into this computer that I've got in the beer room. Yeah, he's a pretty boy. No, the hot tub's broke. Good evening, Sam. How are you? Yeah, the bird is. Yeah, I've got a seal that's bust on the hot tub, and I need to glue the seal together and make it strong so it doesn't go again. I'm not sure what you can get, you know, for these blow-up hot tubs on the inside, what you can use to seal, redo it and seal it. Natural bubbles. I get plenty of them. And good evening, Chris. How are you? So out of curiosity then, what strength's your mead going to be? And what type of mead? I need to bring the monitor nearer. I can't read the comments. You know when I miss a comment, the screen's just too far away from my eyes. There we go. I can just about see it now. God, this is warming. This is, and on the alcohol front, warming. 5.5%. It's got a nice aroma to it. Straight up honey. 11%. Ooh, sounds interesting. Repackaged Shipyard or Hobgoblin. I thought that on the nose. A black IPA called what? Prowling Puma by Gold Black Label Brewery in Bridgend. Oh, right, yeah. This is nice. It's got a lovely taste to it. It's a lot better than Twice as Nice. I need to get. I need to see if Craig or if Mr. Crummy Beard will have ever reviewed Twice as Nice. Just. Yeah, I've done the waterproof puncture repair kits, Steve, and it didn't hold it. So who's up for the 75% challenge? And look, you know, that's some strength in it. If I get one for free, I'll be good. Gorilla Glue. I need something that can really. It's in Aldi. Twice as Nice. It might be your worst review yet. You may well bin it. It's got a reputation, shall we say. But that was when it first came out. It would be interesting to do a review a few months later to see if it's actually been improved. Good evening. You in the Mrs. Bad Books? That's me normally. Me all over. No beer. Oh dear. Oh dear. Have you had the red card? Yeah. I'm sure I'm not the only one who gets a red card. Repair kits for inflatable, but Chandler's website. That would be interesting. Because the rest of the hot tub's decent. The pump's decent. After the Old Tom challenge, for sure. Yeah. That would probably be a good 2000 challenge, or a challenge of the beer reviewers to do a 75% beer. And to be honest about it as well, you know, I did see the Duvel review, and I was slightly sceptical on certain things. But good evening. One of the cans was bust. Oh, that's a shame. They are pretty decent, to be fair, low cost. I did see that somebody in the chat, I don't know, mate, I've shared it in the group. It's in the group now. And I can't remember what it's called. 75%, I know, that's rocket fuel. That's scary rocket fuel. This does taste a lot like Shipyard, I've got to say. It smells exactly what I drank yesterday on cask. I wonder if on the likes of Beer Advocate or Untapped even, if somebody's actually said this is Shipyard. It's an interesting challenge, but you'd only take it if you think that you can drink it. Yeah. Well, let's be fair. Anything above 23% is not classed as real beer, because 23% is the highest you can ferment, as far as I remember. Yeah, it does taste a lot like Shipyard, this does. I mean, I actually enjoyed Shipyard yesterday. I didn't enjoy the idiot smoking on the table next to me and some pissed up bloke, but it probably is the same. It probably is the same. If it's Sainsbury's, it's probably made by Marstons anyway. Yeah, it's usually the case. You've had to sink the Bismarck. Wasn't that one about 58 or 59%, something daft like that? I never got to try that. And a lot of these beers aren't available anymore, are they? These super strong beers. You just don't see them. So I'm actually doing a Vimto first taste tonight. I haven't bottled it up yet. I've got all the bottles ready. I'll probably do the bottling tomorrow now. The bottles will last till tomorrow. Yeah, probably, mate. Yeah, I agree, Tad. With Old Tom, you get 5 or 6 in, you think, oof. £10.99 for Gorilla Glue. That's interesting. I'll read back the comments later if I'm not too steaming, and see how it goes. That would be an interest. I tell you what, you know, if anybody wants interesting challenges, by Brains Brewery, apparently. Ah, rightio. Funny thing is with that now is that Brains actually are owned by Marstons, aren't they? I think it's Brains. Is this Brains? I'm sure it is. Yeah, I think Marstons actually own Brains now, so. You never know, do you? I'm saving a Brewdog Tactical Nuclear Penguin for my 60th. When's your 60th? Bottling is fun, matey. That's why I put it into a barrel first, so it settles down, and then I bottle it. I never do from fermentation bucket to bottle. Does my nutting. 5 years, right? Yeah, I didn't think you was that old. Stress ages you. Stress and anxiety. Yeah, it does make you wonder, doesn't it, with Marstons? It does. It does. Right, so enjoying this. It's a nice malty nose. I mean, it does taste a hell of a lot like Shipyard. There's not a lot on the nose, to be fair. It's getting dark round here as well. Good evening, Slurpee. And to be fair, not a bad beer to start the night. I mean, I know it's from Aldi, but at least it tastes nice. I mean, there's nothing worse than buying a beer and getting it home, especially if it's an expensive beer, and it tastes like, you know, awful. Very smooth, easy drinking. To say it's got all those hops in it, I can't really taste lots of different hops. It just tastes very satisfying, really. Trying to pick out a flavour. You put it in a bottling bucket. I did the same sort of thing, but just in a barrel. Back on decent beat tonight. Beat? Beer? Yeah. Oh. We could do with some rain now, just to kill this heat at the moment. I know we want the weather, but we also need a bit of rain. It's dried everything out ridiculously. Good evening, John. Yeah, try and keep away from Twice as Nice. Yeah, that might not be a good lucky dip. So, I thought I'd turn those comments, so I will knock that off. So yeah, I would say a golden pour, white head, malty nose, very faint hops on the nose, very smooth, very easy drinking, very subtle. If this was a clone of Shipyard, I would say 100%. That stout from Aldi, you bought it. The cream one, that was the best one of the stouts for me. Yeah. I thought it was passable, to be fair. So this, it just tastes like what I had yesterday at the pub. Although I didn't enjoy the meal, sat outside eating the meal in the blazing sun, it's not nice, especially when some dickheads on having a cigarette on the next table. Last thing I want is smoke wafting over to my table as I'm eating, but hey ho, that's the only problem with sitting outside. Enjoyed it. Much better than some of the recent Aldi stuff that I've tried. I don't know if this is still in Aldi. Good evening, Thomas. Lovely warming on the belly. Is it? Rightio, I'll give it a wipe in a minute. I'll end this review and give it a good wipe. I thought it was a bit blurry. Yeah, and you're right. 4.2 for this. Yeah. I actually like this, to be fair. It was easy. It was drinkable. Is that the vanilla stout? Yeah. Cheap as chips. When beers are cheap and taste good, we're all happy. It's when they're cheap and taste crap. It does seem a bit blurry to me, to be fair. You know, looking at my own picture on the screen. I suppose it depends how many beers you've had. Right. Thank you everyone for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. And back in 2 minutes with another review. 4 reviews tonight, although the last one is the Vimto review. Yeah, the vanilla one. Yeah, I've had that one. That was the best of the bad bunch. 2 minutes, everyone. Cheers. Got tons of cans. Oh dear. Hitting home that one was. Blimey,